RightonQuelive, talk about it. We live. Let's say I want to continue with the Drake shit. I know Drake got enough press recently. Fuck Drake. He's over. Fuck. Scorpion's good. If you don't think so, fuck you. But with the two guests we got today, starting with you, man. Introduce yourself.
Dev Dooley.
What you got? Byline or something?
Nah, I wasn't sure what we
whatever you got.
Dev Dooley, photographer, videographer. That's my main thing I do.
Cool. My man.
Yeah, ReggB Visuals, man. Film director, cinematographer, editor, photographer.
Gotcha. Shooters, I like it.
Right.
So,
tatted on my hand.
but more importantly that you guys have under your belt is that both of you are on time today. This is maybe not a first, but like a rarity. This is probably like 130 episodes now, and rounding up, maybe 5 times both collective of guests more on time. So y'all get a round of applause. Thank y'all, strong black men. He actually got here before me. That was a bad sign. I got the email before, and yo, what's the number? I'm like, oh shit, this nigga.
I want to make sure.
I ain't never gonna hear from this man ever again.
I be late majority of the time and stuff. I was like, all right, let me make sure it's the first podcast. You feel me? It's my first interview, so I want to make sure I was on point on time.
Appreciate it.
I was like, yo, he told me to be there 10 minutes early. I'm gonna be there at 8. Let me still send a message.
I tell niggas be here 10 minutes early, they here 15 minutes after. I be like, what math were we doing? But whatever though, we here. Thank y'all. So jump into it. So whoever wants to start first, tell me more about exactly what you do. Like you guys throw out a lot of titles, and I want y'all to really explain, because you know, especially in these days, we in the era of the creative of like, I'm just doing everything, and then I'm gonna throw a title on it, and without much product behind it though. So give some credits or some inspirations, influences, however you want to tackle that question.
You want to take it first?
I would say you can start. It don't matter. I had to think about it.
I got here first. Maybe you go first.
No, I mean, so yeah, I'm a photographer, videographer myself. I mean, for the past
shout out to the Steel with Tucson. They've been on a long time.
Oh yeah, my guys. I actually got this from doing a shoot with them. They were like, yo, we need some stuff shot, and I'm like, don't pay me, just give me a bag, because I knew the bag had some.
The bag be having a lot of quote unquote clout.
The clout bag.
Mine just ripped.
Did it?
That shit, yeah.
Yo, I'm starting to get the frayed edges
sold out.
Yeah, so shout out to Jay. I think their episode was called Table Visions a while back. Definitely cool guys.
Shout out to the homies, you know.
But
yeah, so up until I actually got the job that I work at now, which I got at the beginning of this year, I was just freelancing myself since like 2014. Like I know my boy over here is cinematography and stuff like that. Just doing anything I could literally get my hands on. And I still do that on the side. Right now, my full time is social media coordinator for Sneaker Villa. So that's my 9 to 5. But I'm able to create content for them as well. So being the social media coordinator, yeah, like we get some shoes in. I can create a lookbook. I can do those types of things and roll it out. So I mean, that's really cool.
You get sneakers.
Huh?
Do you get sneakers?
I get discounts on sneakers.
Fair enough.
You know, I don't get them for the free, but
that's all I was about to ask. Just like get fixed up.
No, so I've gotten some cool sneakers and stuff like that, but you kind of get first dibs because you know when everything's coming out and everything like that, but I still gotta pay. So
gotcha. All right, I'm coming back to you. So a little bit about yourself, sir. What you do?
Well, I started doing music probably back in like 2010, 2011 when I first got into high school. And my homies was rapping too, so I was like, all right, I'm nobody do the videos, so I would do the videos. I would shoot on the iPhone 5. Like I done shot
from the muscle,
done on every type of device possible, Kodaks, GoPros, you name it, for real, you feel me? So like I started doing that, and like when I got out of high school, I was at ENS at engineering high school.
You went to ENS?
Science, yeah, yep.
Okay.
I graduated 2015. So from there, I wasn't at ENS for my senior year, so I ended up being at this alternative school, Yes Philly. That was up the street on Broad and Girard. And my homie, that's like my old head, is OG to this day. My homie Kyle Sample, that was my history teacher. He had introduced me to Chop Mosley. So I got into film mob, right? So from there, I'm like, all right, cool. Well, it's more than just people in my school. Like I can get money all over the city. I can really get out there. So being with them, I had learned a lot. So from there, now I'm here. You feel me? So just like from now, like I'm trying to like get away from the music videos. I'm trying to do like short films and like more business stuff, like you said, like doing the Sneaker Village stuff, like more branded things with different like commercials and stores, different stuff like that. So that's where it's at. I see it, man. So like, yeah.
What are your guys' opinions or experiences dealing with just music videos? We'll talk about that thing at first. Like shooting music videos, being a part of dealing with artists and the whole music world.
Shit. All right, so I'm gonna just say the reason, like, I like music videos if the artist understands what goes into creating the music video.
Okay.
Right?
100%.
Because like you can do a lot of cool shit, but the chances are, I give it an 80% chance that the artist that approaches you doesn't know what it takes. So I had this one guy before. He's like, "Yo, I got a $300 budget for a music video," which I was like, "Okay, cool. It's a cool starting place. What you need?"
Okay.
It's like, "You ever seen T-Pain or I think it was either T-Pain video or a Kanye West video that had like a bunch of green screen effects."
Good Life.
Good Life. That's
Classic
exactly that
video,
one. Yo, so from the rip, I'm like, dude, like, like that entire video is like green screen, yo. Like, he wants to, you know what I mean? He wants all the animated graphics and everything like that. And you know, that's what gets difficult, I think, like. Cause for real.
And just picking someone like Kanye of all people, a nigga you know or play, especially at that era who put so much into the art. That shit, like example, I got 340.
Yeah, like
recreate Kanye.
Stop it. Yeah, and you know, before I say anything else, I'm gonna let you add on too, because I know you get the same thing, bro.
Oh man, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good one. But like, yeah, I guess you could pretty much say the same situation. Like somebody hit me up, like, "Yo, bro, how much you charge?" I'm like, "Man, it's not really no flat rate. Like every music video needs
Depends on
different
what,
work,
for sure.
So like, so what you working with?" And he said, "It's funny." He said the same thing. He said 300, 350. So I was like, "All right, cool. So what you want to do?" It's like, "Yeah, I want to do some Cole Bennett stuff, man. I want to be laying in my bed and then I jump out the window. When I jump out the window, I'm falling into a galaxy and all that." I'm like,
Nah, bro, you don't want that.
I'm like, bro.
No, bro, you
I'm
really
like,
don't want
like,
that.
all right, so this 350 gonna be just for me shooting. I'm gonna have to pay another person 700 to do the special effects. What you mean, bro? I know you and Lights do 700 videos a week, man. What you mean, bro? Show me love. I'm like, bro, it's not the. Why you worrying about somebody else? You feel me? So like, it gets goofy, bro. It's annoying. But like he said, though, I think it's like my main thing that my biggest issue is like people don't understand that it takes a lot. You feel me? Like,
nigga, you got one
guys
camera.
don't get it. It's not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not just like I'm pulling up with my camera and my book bag. You feel me? I got a crew. Like I got assistant director, somebody doing lighting. I got a drone operator, got PAs from time to time. I got help. You feel me? So like, it all depends. People don't get that, man. It's just like this how I work. This how I eat. This how I pay my rent. This how I pay my car. You feel me? So like, yeah, I get it.
What would I hear that conversation. Well, that conversation comes up a lot in the social media age, where it's like, "What's your budget? And what's your budget?" People have different takes on that. So you guys being, like,
This is interesting too.
merchants, kind of, service people, whatever. What do you think about it? Because some people take it as like, you should have a set budget aside where you're trying to do it. And some people's like, no, like, what is the counter argument? They will say,
No, so I saw a post on Facebook recently that was basically like, "Stop trying to hit me with the what's your budget, like, and tell me what your price is," right?
right, yeah, right, that's what they say, right.
And it's like, because they feel like you're trying to get over on them or whatever the case is.
Right.
But like he said it perfectly. Like we literally, our job is to create something for you based off of what you have. Because if you have $1,000 budget, I can do a lot more for you, and I can make this look a lot better than if you have $300. Because technically, I could shoot a $300 video with an iPhone, and people would look at me like I'm crazy. But it's like the quality that these give out, I can charge you that because it's my time, it's my editing, and the way this footage gonna look, it can be cool. If you got $1,000, I got a little bit of room to rent some extra lights, get some gels, get some things that I need. You know what I mean? So that's what people don't really understand about like shooting videos and everything. They're just like, yo, if I ask you what your budget is, like I'm not trying to. What was that? Somebody charged Cardi B $400 to like press her hair or something nah, I'm not coming like that, but they just gotta understand, like, yo, this shit costs money to do this, and I can't do everything myself, so I might have to spend, like you said, $750 or $300 just for somebody to do this. Like, it gets like that, you know what I mean? So
do you guys think it may be, like I said, I'm not trying to change your guys' technique, but I'm just really curious. Do you think it's a reasonable assessment to be like, all right, let's talk about the vision first, then be like, all right, so that's what you're trying to do? You're trying to do the good life video? This is what I think I would charge for that. Or you think the person, no matter what, should always come like, this is my budget?
Yeah, I think you definitely should like figure out the vision first, because like when somebody want to hit me up or inquire or whatever, I'll say, all right, so give me the list of everything you want me to do first. You feel me? What's everything, your vision, what you want to see, and then I'll take it from there and mix it in with what I got. You feel me? So like, yeah, that's what I do. That's really how I go about it.
Yeah, I think you just have to know what somebody's working with, because even like, I don't always put treatments together for videos and stuff like that. But I know directors who go that hard, and like every single video they shoot, they put in a treatment together. Me putting that treatment together, that takes
Versus
time.
what's the alternative?
Versus me just telling you what I got up in my head. Like I shot a lot of videos off just like what I had up here, but a lot of people want to see it first. So when they want to, you put that treatment together, and it's like, all right, this is what I see, scene by scene, how we want to shoot this video, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But if I'm not going to put that treatment together and put that time in for a $300 budget, because chances are if you only have $300, it's gonna I'm gonna be the one that takes that hit.
It's gonna be a runaround. Bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be some type of bullshit in there. You know what I mean? In the long run, like that's why it's like, yo, you really gotta cut out the people who don't have the budget.
Right, you gotta pick your clients. You gotta
Yeah.
be picky with that as well. You know what I mean? I had that issue a million times. Like if a guy got versus somebody who got $300, like, all right, pull up to my block. All my homies out here, just gonna shoot right here, bro. No, that's cool. We can just, all right, no, it's cool. Let's go to this alleyway right here too, bro. I got the strap. You feel me? We gonna do it all, bro. That's cool. We gonna go viral with this drum. I'm gonna put it on World Star, say cheese, all that, bro. Versus somebody who got $1,000. All right, now I'm really into it. Oh, I actually like your record too. Now that's just a plus. You feel me? So now I'm gonna bring the crew out. You feel me? Really gonna make it look professional. So now they're like, all right, cool. We're gonna come back.
Seeing that you're invested in it, money or not, but just how you really talking to them, how you communicating your vision.
Yeah.
Backed by the money to show me you're serious about it, that can also bring more investment out of you guys. I'm gonna take it more seriously. I might do the treatment now. I might.
Yeah,
All artists care about nowadays, and I fucking hate it, is they just want to see themselves. Right? It's not about like, all right, with the way technology is, with the way that music videos look, like when you turn on TV and you see Chris Brown music videos, you like, yo, this shit is fucking fire. There's no way that, like, I've seen some videos where people literally like shoot that shit and it's bullshit, but because they're in it. You put it up on your Facebook and you're like, yo, share this, and bro, I'm not putting that out because that's trash. And there's no way that literally that you should look at that and say that that's comparable to Chris Brown, because that's the level that you should be. You know what I mean? Like we strive. I feel like as shooters, we should be looking at the top guys. Like we try. You know what I mean? You work with Chop Mosley. You know what I mean? Which is the homie, my boy Lay in the city. Like these guys. Like
Shout out to Lay.
Yeah, shout out to Lay. Like all of those guys, I know for a fact we all shoot and strive to be the best. So I don't want to work with somebody who don't even want that for themselves, and you want to work with me just to have the name of my shit on yours. The Clout.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That just happened to me the other day. I had like 3-4 edits back to back, so I'm rushing to get them done, and I had forgot to put my logo at the end of one of the videos. So they wasn't really tripping about it, but he was like, "Damn, bro, why you ain't put this?"
this shit don't even matter. Like
that's why I was like, I didn't think it really should matter. It wasn't that deep.
I didn't want the video.
They want people to know you
I felt like
shot
they
it.
was upset a little bit, but you feel me? I'm like,
I didn't care.
man.
Yo, dog, I didn't care the video. You could just give me an Instagram clip and like with the logo in it, I been good. I didn't need the whole video for it. Like, so.
Cloud chasing is a real thing, man. That shit ass. It sucks, man.
Side note. Well, before I get to that, you guys, I'm pretty sure both of you spoke on like cinematography and more film-based aspirations.
Definitely.
Speak on that and how, like, you know, where the film passions come from, where you're trying to take it, where you see yourself, whatever. Things you've done already, maybe. Fuck music. Rappers ain't serious.
So I mean, I think that's a part of it too. Is like that. That's what I appreciate about film, is like outside of music videos, or I should say the ability to introduce like the true film aspect and bring that to music videos, right? Like when people started to say like, yo, we making a movie. Like music videos feel like movies now, right? So like for me, I mean, I got started just from taking a class my senior year of high school, like a TV production 1 class, and was like, yo, I gotta do something with this, you know? But like I helped out on, I helped lay out with the, as like a DP for Fatally Flawless, which they just wrapped up shooting. They've done a few screenings around the city, and we're like working on some shorts and things like that we're working on now, to get finished and like try to get some funding for, because ultimately, you know, I would love to do this full time, like do the videography and cinematography, and you know what I mean, like literally, like I like it all, like learning the lighting, like all that director of photography shit, man. That's where I'm really trying to get to too. So I always make sure I do my side projects and try to put out short films and documentaries and little things like that when I can, you know.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so like that's pretty much like my style. Period. Whatever I do, like just cinematic, that movie feel. You know what I mean? Whether it's music videos or commercials or whatever it is, a quick Insta story or whatever the situation is, a vlog, behind the scenes, anything. So like a couple projects I worked on. I had DP for what was that movie? The one we had put out a couple years ago. The one Chop had put out first one we had.
It wasn't Quad, was it?
Quad.
Quad.
Yeah, so I DP for Quad. I was a cinematographer for M Vision on Dirt Bikes Bros documentary.
I remember that.
I was a cinematographer for them. So right now I'm just in the process of like writing my own shorts. You feel me? So like that's really the move right now. I'm trying to like I said, I'm trying to like fade away from the music videos if it's not somebody who's really trying to go all
Serious.
out. Yeah, really like go left field with it. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to just pull up to your block anymore.
Gotcha.
Not that, you know what I mean? I feel like I done did that already, bro. I done paid my dues so far as that. You know what I mean? Like it's time to level up. But just
It seems like that is the general path of like shooters. Like they go from the trash music videos to more professional upper echelon music videos. Then it's like I'm trying to broaden my horizons, get into film, whatever. However, this is where I find my personal issue with it. For instance, Fatally Flawless. I've never seen it. Heard some things about it. Sounds trash. So it's like I feel like a lot of time when people start as shooters or music videos, they just want to jump because everybody loves movies for the most part.
Yeah.
And I feel
That's
you
the
may
wave
be
right now,
really
too.
good at music videos, but that don't mean you could be making film or you even good at it. You even got the training or mentality for it, the mental capacity. But I feel because that's like the natural progression. I'm tired of these fucking music videos. I'm gonna make a movie now. It's like no, you can't just jump into that world.
Exactly.
Another example, what did I say? Fucking Philly again. Benny Boom. Bum ass Pac movie. Benny Boom also made Next Day Air. Bum ass fucking movie.
Oh, that's the big moment.
So it's like, shout out to Benny Boom. Great music video director. But it's like, so I feel like that's like, and then because we in our generation, everything moving so fast, we have so much accessibility to things. I feel there's gonna be more Next Day Airs. Whereas it's like, so
It's easier to make. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
so I do, and then even with the outside directors, not just all shit directors, but it's like people that support movies. Bitches think that because they got a bunch of followers and niggas want to look at their titties, you an actress. You an actress. No.
And I understand exactly. When you say that, I definitely.
Yeah, so I
understand
feel
what
it's
you're
just
saying.
too much accessibility because of a bridge from the music world. It's like, no, that's two completely different worlds. And I feel people need to take it more seriously of that. Because, okay, I'm like, if you want to do more, that's cool. Nobody should box themselves in. But I think people don't take that next step more serious as they should. Possibly.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree with you 100%.
I agree too. That's my whole thing too. A lot of people get like in their feelings or like upset because when I turn record on, like when we directing, I'm a whole different range. You feel me? So like people get upset, I'm snapping or whatever situation is. Like, bro, I'm taking it serious, bro. Like y'all don't want me to take it serious. So like when y'all get y'all final cut, I paid you all this money and it didn't come out how this boy video did or that boy video did. I'm like, bro, well, y'all ain't give me the time to do what I needed to do. The tools necessary to do it.
That's
you
real
feel me?
shit.
So,
And I apologize to a few people while I was on set before because like me, I'm a person like you can read everything on my face, and even before the shoot, I just be like, yo, look, like I might come off as a dick at some points during the shoot, but it's literally just because I'm trying to get the best shot.
Most directors are assholes in the movie.
You have to be.
Yeah.
You gotta
You controlling
the
the vision. Like you're trying to get what's in your brain out there, and then you gotta
Exactly.
deal with. Yeah, it's like
You
the
gotta deal with
ultimate.
their homies on the side,
Mind-
the guys trying to
mindful.
direct. Yo, bro, take your jacket off now, bro. We just did one take. We gotta do the tight shot too. You can't
The
take.
friends
your jacket
always
off,
got
bro. Like,
ideas.
can't
You
do
be
it.
like, yo,
you feel
bro,
me? So
like
it's a whole bunch of shit.
you're not directing. Back up. You feel me? Like, yo, I
And they get in their feelings. Of,
Yeah, it's a whole-
I ain't feeling bored, bro. I'm about to leave.
I ain't one boy anyway.
I'm telling you,
That's the real shit.
What the fuck the nigga think he is?
For real.
Yeah, for sure. And you spoke on documentaries. I believe I saw on your page that you were at one point. I don't know if you're still doing it or whatever, but the homeless documentary.
Yeah, man.
Speak more on that.
So- Yo, I'll tell
everything
you
about
the
that.
fucking craziest thing, dude, and it like fucking brings tears to my eyes now. Is when I first started this job, there was a guy named Dan, and he would sit at 16th and Locals train station. And that's how I go like home or whatever. I live in Jersey. So every day I would see Dan, always just talk to him, or I would see Dan give him some change and shit like that. And this was like it was brick outside, and I had the documentary idea right at that time, but I hadn't actually started it. So Dan,
Just in general, you just came to you, or
yeah, I've had that probably for a few years now, just because I feel like if the premise of the documentary is that like us as humans, if we were to just wake up every day and set out to help somebody in some type of way, it doesn't have to be give every person on the street $1, but if you just was like, I'm gonna open the door and hold open the door for somebody today. If everybody just wanted to do something as small as that, the world would be so much of a better place.
or
right?
good morning.
Well, exactly, like
You
the
look nice.
little things,
Have
right?
a good day.
So then,
Thank you.
So then, when you introduce homeless people, you bring in a whole new dynamic because they're like, we've become desensitized to that
Definitely.
because we see it so much, and I just feel like, you know, it doesn't even have to be a stranger. It could be somebody that you know. It could be a family member. It could be anything like that. But just give somebody a chance, right? So I had that idea, and I had started to do it, but it was kind of tough. But when I met Dan, I brought in a bag. I had like some socks and like chapstick and little shit like that. And I gave it to him, and from that day on...
That's even better than money a lot of times. Like,
Right.
you know,
Bro, the fucking experience that I learned was when I first wanted to start the documentary, I'm like, everybody that I talk to, I'm trying to get them food. I'm like, yo, you want food? You want food? Or if I had some leftovers, I'm like, I don't want to throw it away. You want this? And I was getting homeless people that told me no. And I'm like,
You take offense kind of sometimes.
in a way, it'd be like that. So you're not hungry. But then when you sit and think, it's like, well, if everybody in the world thinks the way that I do, when everybody thinks that y'all hungry, that means y'all probably got a lot of fucking food at once. You know what I mean? But what y'all really need is, I talked to one lady, she's like, oh man, it was raining for the past 2 days. Some socks would be awesome. And I had some in the bag. And I had to think, like, yo, you're a woman. You still have a period. You still have all these, you know, you're a woman, the cycle, all that type of shit. You still have to live. We only, food is really like only a small part of our survival. You know what I mean? So I got people to basically raise up all these items, chapsticks, toothbrushes, all type of stuff like that, and I wanted to put care packages together to give out to the homeless. But Dan actually recently, within like 3 weeks ago, he doesn't sit on that corner anymore because he got himself clean. He got a job. He moved in with his daughter. He got a construction job again. Like, he was homeless for like 6 years, and I just talked to him every day for like 6 months, bro. And like, he's like, yo, oh my gosh, I got a phone call and they told me they're gonna pay me $800 for the day. I'm like, bro, you out here making more bread than me now, like, you know what I mean? And so for me, it's important to like maintain and sustain that relationship, you know what I mean? But like, that to me, with like the straight title of my documentary, like, if I can change one, the fact that I have had like a positive impact for sure on this one person's life, it makes me feel like a lot better as a person. So,
and that trickle down effect can be endless, because, you know, he can have a better relationship with his daughter now,
he
and
has
so
a
on and so
grandson.
on. Yeah,
So
for
much
sure.
crazy stuff.
That's dope. That's what's up.
Yeah, and I remember when I first saw it on your page, it stood out to me because I had film inspirations as well. I'm not gonna get into that later, but one of my ideas has always been in regards to homeless people as well. Not from that perspective, but really, I always thought about where it's like you said, we all have these preconceived notions of homeless people, but one day I was really curious, like, what is the story behind it? I think it started, I was thinking,
That's my tagline. What's your story?
Yeah, somebody was talking to me where it's like, you know, a lot of people that are homeless have mental illness issues, or something tragic happened to them. They just wasn't able to bounce back. It isn't like, you know, they just lost their job. They said, fuck life. Like, something really happened to these people. So it's like, and I was like, these stories really could just be endless, whatever. So I always had that idea as well. So that's really what's up, though. I respect that.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Shifting gears real quick, whatever. I'm a real big Charlemagne fan.
Okay. Oh shit.
But yeah, we're going there.
You see, Drake came at Charlemagne on that last album. He said, like, Charlemagne, we see the
dark
lightest in the
patches,
darkest
yeah.
patches.
I'm not talking about that, Drake. It's deeper than that, Drake. Allegedly, apparently, this nigga's a alleged rapist. Are you guys familiar with this?
Charlemagne?
Yeah, see, and that's the issue with this. You guys have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
No, I hear
So,
it.
this
Not Charlemagne.
This what happened.
Oh, fuck.
How long ago though?
Listen, this what happened. So, a day ago, either yesterday or the day before that, no, over the weekend actually. You remember the guy Star in Clout?
Yeah.
Which I can admit, I believe his motives weren't like, yo, I just want to get the Me Too culture running, I'm pro-feminist. I think he's trying to be a little jealous, thirsty, and messy. Cool, but whatever though. I don't know if you guys, I really follow Charlemagne a lot, whatever. So he's referenced this story of back when he was, quote unquote, not of age, where he said, yeah, he got caught up in some like alleged rape case, but he wasn't there. His cousin did it. There was a bunch of people. He ended up with like a few months probation. He's referenced this story in broken pieces forever.
Yeah, he's mentioned in being in trouble.
Right. So Star apparently went and found this woman, supposedly, did an interview with her on YouTube, and was this the thing that's really weird to me. He was posting about it all weekend. See, I'm going to drop this interview on, I think, Monday. I'm gonna drop it on Monday, boom, 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 whatever. So I heard about it on Monday. I'm like, this shit coming out in the afternoon. I'm like, oh wow, okay. So I watched it, and I'm like, I sent it to my mans, and he was like, why isn't nobody talking about this? I'm like, well, Star, like this, he been blackballed by the industry for a long time now. He got a random ass YouTube page, like he's
You're just trying to.
not popping, whatever. But I'm like, the key is gonna be if Shade Room picks up, or Baller or Boss, all those pages, whatever. And he's like, TMZ, New York Times, they're not trying to Me Too Charlamagne. I'm like, they don't know what the fuck going on in our culture. It gotta be the Shade Room to blast it.
That's the black TMZ.
Right. And then TMZ, like, oh, this happened? All right, cool. Then we might run with it then, whatever. But I'm like, they might not run with it though, because Charlamagne is so powerful and connected, and this and that, the Breakfast Club, that has to be the key. And sure enough, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about, so nobody's talking about it. And what even really was more wild to me, I'm a big fan of Joe Budden podcast, and Joe did not talk about it. And I saw some people shout to Penny. Penny was, she's obsessive, so she was like, "Why you ain't fucking talk about it on the podcast? But you already talking about other people. And R. Kelly did this, and he said, well, I gotta look more. I gotta do my research and this and that." She's like, "Nigga, you never do research on anything."
Yeah, like what you talking about?
Like,
It's a cover up.
Just say you want to protect your political connects and so forth, whatever. But also more details. Apparently, the girl said that. Kind of find out Charlamagne wasn't underage. He was 23. She was 15. He was aware of it. And there was no other guys. It was just Charlamagne. And supposedly, he Cosby'd her where she drunk something and was out of it and passed out or whatever. Woke up and he was fucking her. And he actually pleaded to it. Wasn't a few months probation. It was 3 years probation. And she ended up moving out of town because her mom didn't want her to deal with the trial, whatever, this and that, whatever. And like I said, ain't you like to be lying. And also, there's a more troubling part. He got it taken down like in 15 minutes. Got the whole interview got taken down like in 15 minutes. Got sent to somebody. He like, yo, it's not there no more. So, and I remember a few weeks ago when the Drake shit happened, the blackface thing. Charlamagne's like, yo, Drake out here sending out cease and desist letters to blogs. I'm gonna take down a blackface picture. Charlamagne's like, yo, that's corny. You gotta live in your truth. You can't hide from it. That make Drake look worse. How you take it down shit, and you're out here doing damage control for something that's way more serious than a blackface picture.
Right, for sure.
So it really bothered me. Like I said, I'm a fan of Joe Budden.
Fuck, I do fuck with Charlamagne too.
And
In recent years too, like. He's grown to be like, at first it was just like a straight annoying type of thing. I feel like everybody really felt like that, and people have accepted him, and he's like skyrocketed a little bit like in recent years. You know what I mean? As being like almost even on the Breakfast Club, like he's the guy that you really want to see.
Right,
the
camera's on him.
Yeah, man. So it's like I can't. You know what? There are certain cases, right? This could be like a guy thing. I know, like some people are gonna roll their eyes, but like some cases that came out that I was like, no way that's true. I just didn't want to believe it. I don't feel that way about Charlamagne. It's a shocker, but it's like, you're fucking dirty.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not that far off where I'm like, yo, this nigga guilty. But like I said, if you want to acknowledge it, to me that's guiltier than the fucking accusation.
That's what I was about to say. Like, if you ain't trying to bring it up and you saying the video got taken down and all. I don't know, that situation, that rape shit is touchy, man. So like, I don't know. Like I said, I fucked with him. I wasn't no crazy fan of him, like following him on everything and stuff like that. But like, I watched him on Breakfast Club and like the little shows he was on and just different stuff like that. So, but I don't know. I can't fuck with that if that's what happened. I don't know what type of time he was on. How old is Charlamagne now? Like I don't know what type of time he was on when he was 23. You feel me? So like, you could have been on a whole different wave.
Right, and like I said, rape is rape, and creep is creep. Like I said, I like you 23 to 15, nigga, you a creep. But and whatever happens with that, people have their rights to feel how they want to feel about you today, 17 years ago. But to me, it's like I said, it speaks volumes to be like, that whatever you star who. Like, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about like that.
That wasn't even your homie or
and the thing is, you know how Twitter do. There, if you search them, the threads are there. Like, niggas is going in on Twitter, but none of the blog sites anywhere they're just completely ignoring it, whatever. To me,
that's a real thing.
That's like a modern day real-time Cosby shit. Cause like, when the Cosby shit really broke, everybody's like, oh yeah, I didn't do that. Yeah, I've been here for a while, like, like 40 years. Like, really? Y'all just let a nigga drug bitches? Word? The hell, which is cool. So it's like, and of course, this is a way smaller scale. But I just don't like that. We just not acknowledge that shit fucking corny and creepy.
No, yeah, I definitely, you put me on now, and I'll have to do my own research, do some research myself.
But just in general, conversation, you guys being, man, we in this Me Too era. What do you think about the rape culture topic? And I've heard a lot of men say, like, of course, not saying, I raped somebody 20 years ago, but it's like, I can feel I'm more aware of my wrongdoings in the past, my transgressions, and I feel like you know, like maybe that cat, I was kind of drawing my cat call and I was kind of this and that. Do you guys feel like you can look at yourself and be like, maybe that was kind of wrong. Maybe I could have treated somebody better or this and that. Or you're like,
Yeah,
no,
man.
I'm wrong is wrong. I've been on the right times.
I think that especially within the past year, because I feel like in media shit really got crazy and just made me realize like some of men's tendencies, right? Like, and Twitter actually helped me.
Entitlement.
Yeah, entitlement. Like, and Twitter helped me with a lot of understanding, which is crazy because it's such a crazy place.
Yeah.
But like this like whole toxic masculinity thing, where it's almost like, you know, if you can't, I have one of my friends who literally I can't FaceTime him. Cause he'd be like, yo, bro, I don't do that shit, bro. If you need something, call me, bro. I ain't trying to stare in your face, like. And I'm like, bro, it's a FaceTime, bro. Like, we chilling, like it ain't nothing.
Toxic masculinity is definitely real. Even though I don't FaceTime either, but it's not like I don't FaceTime nobody. Like that's just not my thing.
It's
To
not
me,
like if a guy
it's just awkward.
Yeah.
I don't like looking at people on the phone. But yeah, niggas, toxic masculinity is a super real
Yeah,
thing.
so like learning about that and just little things like tendencies that men have, you know what I mean, or actually accepting when women say niggas ain't shit. I'm like, you know what? You right, niggas ain't
I'm
shit.
going to say fuck it. Yeah, it's like at this point, some of us ain't shit. It is what it is.
Straight up.
I got homies that ain't shit. I know they ain't shit.
Right.
You know.
And that's the
At
thing,
least
niggas be
at
like
least
trying to
at least
fight it
At
like.
least I say the truth. Like, you feel me? I'm not.
It's hard to be a woman, man, and that's one thing. Like I
Facts.
you know, was raised by my mom.
Mhm.
You know, I got two little sisters, 12 and 13. So, you know, I think like that has helped me like just shape my mind and understand like, you know, it's a crazy ass world. In Dave Chappelle's last stand up, where he says
Deeper one, he's calmer.
where he talks about how he used to go and perform and for the drug dealers. Did you see his
I see
The
that.
money, yeah, the pussy on your back.
Yeah, so basically
Yeah.
he's like, yo, he used to go perform for these drug dealers and they would pay him. And he would walk home with like $10,000-$20,000, like have to take the train home in New York type shit, right? But yeah, what he was saying is it took him to do that to understand what a woman has to do with every single day just by walking down the street. You have something that niggas want.
Yeah.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
you know how
So,
terrified you be to walk
yeah,
with
like
20,000 on your
Right.
back. Like,
at 10
single
o'clock at
day.
night, you know, 9 o'clock, like
All
whatever,
day.
every
Yeah.
day. So it's like that right there, I was like, damn, bro, that's some real shit. Like what it really means. Like, you know, you see these crazy stories, right? Like niggas are crazy because we have this whole like, well, she overreacted and da 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 da, and then you'll see a retweet of a woman saying like, yo, niggas literally have killed women because they said no. And when you put that in perspective, you be like, niggas ain't shit. Yo.
Yeah, and I definitely had a few epiphany moments because, like one, like speaking on something like that, I really thought about when they got watching some show and it was like this real, like brutal rape scene they had with it. I was like, yo, like for someone to really rape somebody, like you just go out seek someone just to stick your dick somewhere.
Bro.
That's really some sick shit. And I was like, only men do that.
That's
Only
not-
men have the compulsive nature. Not, I don't want to call it nature. It's like only women are out here just like jumping on dicks, like it's like in the street.
I'm gonna rape me a nigga.
Come here, nigga. You ain't gonna-
Yeah, so I was like, why? What's up with men, bro? And then I was like, so on another part of it is like my ignorance, or like, you know, of the whole culture, of the whole conversation is that like my mom is very strong, very like, you know, crazy and shit like that. Whatever. She doesn't play none of that victim behavior, and she's raising me that way. Just me as a man, but also just her being a woman is like, yo, like we don't do none of that. Accountability is strong. Ain't no bitches around, ain't no victims, whatever. She ain't scared of nobody. Whatever. That's how she is.
Yeah.
So, but you know, when I see certain stories, I'm like, yo, like that wouldn't happen to my mom. That just wouldn't happen. But I understand that one, everybody not crazy like my mom. So that's one. Two, that doesn't negate the fact that real things are happening out here. Like it's like, you know, it's shit that happened to niggas that never happened to me. I can't be like, oh, what? How you like? But no, shit be happening. So it's like me as a man, I gotta be like, yo, like I had to really open my mind to the possibilities. Not the possibilities, but it's like, oh, the real world.
The real world.
Yeah, like there, and you said some of you. I'm not talking about your friends, but like I had to, at least me, I had to wrap my mind around that. Like, I believe that most niggas are creeps, like and just out of pocket in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
They just throw it off, and that could be expressive, whatever. It could be just super possessive and entitled, or disrespectful, or abusive in however many ways. And then when you really start talking to women that you even know, you're like, well, something ever happened to you in any regard? And you're like, yeah. And you talk to any nigga, anything ever happened to you? Like
bro.
more women have been like assaulted in some way than niggas
Felt
been robbed,
uncomfortable.
probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of niggas know somebody that got robbed, but you probably know women that's had something
They
really.
have something crazy, right?
Yeah.
And niggas have, and I'm just saying niggas for lack of a better word,
Mhm.
right? But niggas have forced me in a way to not act like a nigga, right? So literally, you hop on any girl's live. Most of those comments, besides women giving her compliments, is gonna be thirsty niggas in there.
Facts.
You ask if a woman asks any type of question on Facebook about how does this look, what should I do, niggas are the ones in the comments. So much to the point where I don't even want to give my input no more
Facts.
because I'm not even trying to be one of them niggas.
Exactly.
You like literally like
Facts.
you can't even join in the conversation now because there's so many niggas who just like thirsty and don't know and don't have nothing else to do and don't have the respect and don't understand like yo this is she a human, right? Like it's a crazy time that we live in, but I'm so glad that I understand what the fuck is going on and like getting with the times because like I had to check myself in some ways and be like, nah, bro, like don't do that.
The concept of unlearning is real.
Yes.
Like you gotta unlearn some bullshit or like, peel back a layer of like, alright, I had my male lens on the world. I may have had like my sisters, cause even your mom may not be crazy or your sister may not be crazy, but they may just not be telling you certain shit cause you're not a woman, so you can't relate what was going on. So I gotta take back my naive lens of what they've been going through. Cause I know some people saying like, yo, like I didn't even get it until I found out some shit my mom went through years ago, or my sister, or something happened to my sister. Like what? Like shit like that really been happening. So
Bro, that's like what he said. Like just like you treat girls a different way, just because like you never know what they've gone through. But I've like dealt with different girls and like got like different homies and stuff who've been through things, and they like telling me, and I'm like, damn, like that's crazy. So like I'm like, all right, well, I'm not gonna say this to you, or I'm not gonna do this to you, because you might just think I'm coming off a certain way. Just like you said with the comments, like I won't even say something I genuinely might feel about you. Like you look cool, you feel me? You look good, your sneaks dope, you feel me? What you mean my sneakers dope? Like, yeah, get on my DM, whatever the situation is, you know what I mean? So
DMs. You can't DM nobody. Like, you can't, like even if you wanna, even if you do photography too.
Yeah.
Even if you want to do a shoot with somebody.
oh yeah, you trying to fuck? You just trying to fuck me?
Like for real. So to the point,
Niggas definitely ruin photography,
bro. Oh man, and to the point now where I had to get on my high horse and start telling chicks like, "Yo, get over yourself," right? Because like at this, it's to the point now where they don't even know who to look at. Like, and I'm like, yo, like if you think that I want you, me specifically,
okay.
Yeah, like you have, like you should. You know what I mean? Hop off the pedestal for a second. Like I just want to do a shoot. Who you don't know what I think of you. You don't know how attractive. Like you ain't even let me get there. But everybody feel like they know now, bro. And it's a weird ass place we live in. I stay quiet more than I talk.
For sure. Like a fly in the wall, bro. For real. I don't think though. I ain't never had that situation though. Like a shorty was snapping on you wanna talk to me or yada yada yada. Like, but I just make sure when I like reach out to a shorty, it's like somewhere where everybody gonna be at. All right, let's go downtown, or I got this dope location out here. I'll pick you up. We can meet such and such. You don't gotta send me your address, like whatever the situation is. Cause I know like shorties be thinking that off the rip. Like this nigga weird. I'm gonna bring my friend because I don't know what type of time you on. We gonna jump you. Like
I just saw someone say that today, where it was a photographer, subject, whatever. They was like, if a nigga really telling you, like, if he invites you or something, you say, well, I'm gonna bring my friend, whatever, and you like, what you bring your friend for?
No,
that nigga's a predator.
Yeah,
that nigga's a creep.
don't
Like,
shoot
why
that
are you
nigga.
telling someone if they come through bringing a friend? People do that here. It's like I experienced that in some regards too. Like, I'd have had dozens of women on the show, whatever, and like, I ain't fuck nobody. Like, it is what it is, whatever. I got a girl. Even if I didn't, well, but I got a girl. But but even so, this day, people think I be fucking all these bitches or whatever. This
How
all
many
this
times you
shit.
got that from your boys?
And
I know you be. I know you be taking some.
just seen your video, bro. I know she had all the shorties there, dog. She got 50K, bro. What's
yeah,
up?
and a lot of girls come here, they be like, yo, like, especially after they get to know me, or after a while they come here, they may meet me here for the first time, and then after a while, or whatever, know me. Like, yo, like, hey, you really never came at me crazy. Like, a lot of niggas really do just like that podcast would have been like a date one and shit like that. It's like, no, like I take this shit seriously.
This is
so,
my
like,
livelihood.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
People don't get that. As people out here like us, you feel me?
Niggas can't get me too.
I'm passionate.
If somebody meet any of us right now, that's our reputation on the line. Like that
Sure.
shit, and that's more important than anything to me.
Right.
Like I work hard
People
on
talk.
everything I do for somebody to say some bullshit like that. So it's like, nah, please bring a friend.
Mhm.
Like yo,
That's what
and
I'm saying.
I
I'm your mom.
Right, where your mom?
Squad.
Bring her. Like,
She
and
can
I've
be a couple
had.
pics too. We do
Can you
whatever.
feel me? Like
Right.
I've had chicks that come through by themselves, chicks that's just comfortable with themselves, chicks that's comfortable with undressing in front of you.
Mhm.
You take your top off in front of me, I'm turning around. Even though as a guy, yes, I do want to look. Of course I do. But I'm like, yo, just let me know when you're ready. I'll be, you know what I mean? Cool. Because I don't want nobody to ever feel like I don't want to be talking to you and I have to force myself to try to look up here because I'm like, okay, her titties is out and I don't want to look at them because I don't want her to.
Yeah.
Nah, let me just turn around, put your shirt on, please, and let's do it. Or people don't understand that if I have an implied nude shoot or a fully nude shoot, like that literally is art. I'm not like turned on while I'm shooting. Like, you know what I mean? Like people have that perv mentality a little bit where it's like, oh man, I know you, and it's like, nah, bro, like for real, I just was trying to nail this one shot, and once I got it, I was like, yo, I got it. Put your clothes on. Like, that's it, man. People don't understand that shit, bro. Shit crazy.
And like shorties need to understand, like, don't shoot with anybody. Like you see shorties they be naked on the train tracks or
Eating a bowl of cereal,
like,
so crazy,
something
like,
random.
stop.
But like if you go on Kai's page, you see he doing all this like mediocre, like just like tasteless stuff. Like, come on, why would you even agree to even shoot with him? You know what I mean?
She trying to get on to.
What's that word?
Clout. That's what this episode needed to be called.
Clout gonna be in there somewhere. Did you guys see that meme going around where the story was, so basically y'all got a girl, right? And she tell she going out somewhere. You tell her for whatever reason, no, you can't go. She say, alright, I ain't gonna go. She lies to you, disappears for a day, apparently still goes to the club. At the club, so she calls you later on that night crying, talking about, alright, so what happened was I went with my girls, I ended up leaving the club with 2 guys, and they ended up beating me up and raping me. The guy who posted meme says, fuck her, it's over, you a liar, I'm done. My family and her friends hate me. Well, they don't hate, but they was airing me out, talking about I'm heartless, but I'm done with her. What do you guys think about that?
For somebody that like, if this all happened within 24 hours, right? For somebody that I was in love with.
Oh, I'm sorry, wait, they were together for 7 months.
They were together for 7 months.
7 months.
Okay. Even still. For somebody that I am with in less than 20, for some crazy shit like that happened within 24 hours, like, being real with myself, my feelings don't change. So I'm probably gonna have the anger, like, I want to murder these 2 niggas who did this to you. I do have an attitude with you though. We can address that later, because that's not even like me saying you can't go somewhere is like nowhere near as important to, like, you know, what actually happened. So that's priority. Like, that would be priority to me. Like, yo, I'm gonna beat these niggas the fuck up or get it done. We gonna get niggas dealt with. To put it that way. You feel me? I think to say fuck her towards any woman that has been through a situation like that is just ignorance. So I would have to put ladies' paws on somebody. You know what I'm saying?
And you think y'all can still be cool? Still be together after that? Just you and the girl?
I think that, you know what? I think that we would have to probably. I wouldn't rule out being in a relationship, but what I would do is, like, I think that after a rape or something crazy like that, there's some mental things that probably should be worked out. So I'm not going to abandon. I don't want to be that person to do that to you, but I feel like there are some things that we should probably work on and make sure that you're actually where you need to be to continue in this relationship as well. Because sex for the first time after rape probably isn't fun.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So, and this is a mature dev speaking, like, you know what I mean, like thinking like this, you know what I mean? But I think that that's probably where I would have to be with it. Like, all right, is this something that, how do you really feel? Like, what's actually going to happen? Let's try to see what it is. But, you know, I've been cheated on. Niggas been cheated on, right? Like, as a dude, that shit, you feel me? But I think that the difference between, like, ultimately just that cheating and this rape situation is just, like, that hurt would turn into that anger. So you wouldn't feel towards them, where you wouldn't feel the way that we felt when we got cheated on. You know what I mean? So I think it would be more so of like a protective thing, where we'd be like, nah, like, that shit not riding out here.
Okay. Somebody after me, Plug? Alright. I did 60, right? Maybe 90? Cool. Continue.
Yeah, I definitely agree though. Like, it wouldn't be, alright, you lied or you cheated or you did whatever you did. It's like, alright, we gotta handle them niggas. You feel me? They gotta get dealt with. And also, like, I agree fully with Dev said. Like, after that situation get handled, I don't, like you said, your mental was all off. Like, us having sex and all that, I'm even think about it. You know what I mean? So like, I'm gonna be like, I don't feel comfortable even touching you no more. It don't even seem like you will really be into it. Like, you know what I mean?
That's
so like,
crazy.
there's so many things that would have to get handled and figured out first before we even try to, like, get back into a relationship. But I don't know. I probably would stay. It depends on how strong that love is and what type of time we've been on and what we've been through together and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So.
Okay. I actually appreciate you guys' perspective. Like, y'all took it down a very more serious path than I expected, because I've had this conversation with a few other people, and that shit was like all jokes. And I don't know why. Now I hear y'all talking like, why are we joking so much? Like, no, so this is our perspective that we were talking about. So we weren't even thinking about like her, like the afterthoughts, and then she got raped, like the healing process. We were just like, yo, she lied. I take lying very seriously. I always tell people like the reason why I will never, if I cheat on now and moving forward, I couldn't take the person back, not because it's a big hoe, I hate you, but it's that my trust would be broken and I wouldn't get that peace of mind anymore. Like, I like the peace of mind, like, my girl could be doing anything, but I know she's not sucking a dick somewhere. So it's like, that's the trust I had with her or whatever. Like with money, people, cheating, anything, that's the trust I got with her or whatever. So, but I do agree that the dude clearly is a dysfunctional relationship from the start. Cause why?
What's the reason why she can't?
Yeah, why you telling her she can't go? Like, and at first I was trying to give him some bail where it's like, all right, maybe it was like, cause I don't go anywhere. Like, it's certain people I don't fuck with. Like, no, like that's shit crazy. And I don't need to go in there. Like, I'm not comfortable with that environment, or whatever. Like, it's not fun. It's like it's just weird.
Yeah, clubs.
Yeah, so he might be like, yo, like, nah, I heard some wild shit. Niggas got shot there last week. You don't need to go there or whatever. Like, maybe, but like, nah, nigga probably just crazy and possessive. So he already said that. But either way, for you to lie, because it could be an argument saying, like, why you telling me I can't go? I'm gonna go anyway. That's an argument in itself. But for you to lie and say, oh, I ain't gonna go, babe, and then go?
Now, what else did you lie about?
Right, so that's why I was like, again, for the dude to say fuck you forever, that's kind of crazy. Clearly he got issues from the beginning. Yeah. But I think if it was me realistically, I'm definitely going to be with her through this healing process or whatever. But I don't think we could move forward because
you still lied.
Yeah, like, and I don't like lying. You lie about that, you say you can lie about anything.
That's true.
And
that's my whole.
You can't be lying about where you at.
Right.
Like, I don't fuck with that.
That's what I'm saying.
That
every
actually,
time you say that, same location. Off the rip, same location. Where you at?
Right.
Yeah, so like,
This time.
What's that? You know, in the messages you can share your location at all times.
Somebody told me
that shit on. But like, you're right though, man. I think once you bring that in, that's a whole different. Like, if you ain't got trust, like, I think the only way I would really feel spiteful in that situation.
And she was leaving with two niggas in the first place before it happened. So like, what was you about to do?
Yeah, you know what?
So was it her by herself, or was it her homie living with two nild's?
If I remember the meme correctly, she went to the party with her friends, but she was going by herself with two niggas. So she was wilding.
I mean, you're done. You was trying to be a slaughter.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rape happened. That's separate instance. But it's like, I'm like, yeah, I don't know way to move forward.
Yeah. The only way I would be okay. Not okay. Only way that I would actually like be upset for real would have anger towards her. If the situation was, don't go to these clubs because these niggas be raping out there. Okay, like if that was my reasoning for sure, and then you went and got raped, I'd be like, oh bitch, I told your ass not to go because they raping out there.
They raping out there. Every Saturday they raping out there. I told you. Now look at your dumb ass.
Then I would be mad.
Yeah,
because I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of situations now, you know, back to the Me Too conversation. I feel, and even back to Amber Rose and the slut walk, I feel my issue with the conversation at times is that accountability. They try to take it out completely. And I feel like, for instance, no woman should be raped. But one, why are you lying about where you at? Two, why are you leaving somewhere with two dudes without your friends even? Like, so what is that? And I would think, like, my mom always said, like, be careful who you around, be careful where you at. Because, like, for instance, let's say a dude don't trap, but you in a trap house, you chilling with your niggas, and somebody come in there and shoot niggas in the trap house and rob it. What was you there for? Like, it don't matter. Or outside of that, say it get raided and you get booked. Right. What were you there for? So you can't be like, damn, what you mean? I don't know what I'm just here chilling. You gotta be accountable for your situations and your surroundings. So I feel like, again, no woman should be getting and also I feel like we know the world is fucked up. So I feel it's like unrealistic to be like, yo, a woman should be able to do anything and nothing should happen to her. No, that's not the real world. Like, I can't walk around with money stapled to my chest.
And ain't nobody gonna try to grab this shit.
Yeah, so it's like,
straight up.
I don't really get that. Accountability is like a necessary thing to survive, like for at least a realistic thing to have to keep some sanity for yourself.
I think the whole slut walk versus I'll say the slut walk mixed with the escorting game.
Oh yeah.
Mixed with
Shout out to the internet prostitutes.
Right, but then there's this wave of people that, not even wave people. There's sex trafficking that happens, right? So what makes me indifferent about it is like, not indifferent, but you have women who are okay with escorting, and then you have people who are trying to stop sex trafficking and all that type of stuff like that. So it's like there's a group of people who look at the pimp as the bad guy,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's a group of people who want to be pimped.
True story.
But it's the women. It literally are so as the men, like, we get put in this weird place because it's like, yo, how am I supposed to feel about it? Like, first y'all boast about it for 1 second, then I'm supposed to be like, and I would like to save. Like, I would like to, if that's what we're going with, like, nobody gonna do it, then cool. But I can't be like, all right, no sex trafficking, but then shorty down the street is selling pussy and I'm supposed to be okay with it.
These days,
Because it's her choice.
these days you're supposed to be perfectly fine with like if your daughter wanna be naked on Instagram, you should just be cool with it. No, I think I would prefer if she went a different route. Like it's like I don't really care for her to be an Instagram bitch selling flat tummy to you. Like it's like no, like you should let women be free. They can own their sexuality. They making money. They got more money than you. Maybe so. But I would much rather my my daughter or girl I'm cool with or whoever like not be that.
Yeah, man, absolutely right.
Yeah, sure, I
Have
agree.
some, and it's weird, man, because like going back into toxic masculinity and like being a guy and everything like that, right? We have this, or society teaches us like marriage, man, woman, get married, all type of shit like that, whatever. And then there's the whole like, well, women ain't doing it just for y'all. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I feel like they really are. Like, you really do just want to be chose by the right dude. Like, you are doing this for a man. You are trying to get these things, you know what I mean?
And it wasn't for these thirsty ass creep niggas. Y'all wouldn't have no fucking
the reason
income.
That's why
Straight
they
up.
acting like that though. Like, go out for yourself. I'm not putting no makeup on for no nigga. I want to look cute today, and I understand that.
I
get that. But you feel me? You going out to like get bagged by a nigga. You might see your husband or this. You feel me? Or whoever. You know what I mean? Like, you going out to get chose, just like you said. Yeah, definitely dig it.
Shifting gears again. You guys are passionate people pursuing things. You see things further than where you are now. Recently, I was at this mental health forum. Shout out to ReggB Philly, and basically
Shout out to Reg.
yeah.
Did a lot of work with Reg.
Shout out Shaq, that's my guy. I was just
Oh
talking
yeah,
about
yep,
it.
yeah.
facts.
Shout out to Shaq. And basically, the premise of everything was, young people. We talk about a lot of shit on the internet, whatever, but we don't talk enough about. Well, it's more and more these days, but we can talk more about mental health and what's keeping you down and what's depressing you and all that shit, whatever. And what I found, it didn't like a lot. What I found interesting was so many people were there and they were able to identify certain things that felt they were keeping them back. And I thought that was the common theme. Like, like there's toxic people in my life, and like my friend and my mom, my boyfriend, and that's why I feel like I'm not able to really get the juices flowing to get what I gotta do in my direction in life. Or some people saying, my job, or like I'm trying to be this entrepreneurial, creative, but I don't got no money and I got too much pride to go get a job. Or it's like I got a job and it's like killing my creative spirit and da. And I was there thinking like, I not even trying to pipe myself up, but I feel like I haven't been able yet at least to pick out something to be like, this is what hold me back. I feel I'm doing a few things, planting a few seeds here and there, and I'm just like waiting for it to blossom and grow, whatever. But I feel that in itself gives me like a minor sense of anxiety, because like, I feel like I'm doing everything kind of right. Like I don't really got wrong people in my circle. Like I'm putting money, I'm investing time and money into necessary things, energy, this and that. So I'm just playing a waiting game with her. But I felt other people, and I was like, other people's like, well, you got toxic people.
You let them go.
Let them go.
Absolutely.
Or it's like, if the job is stressing you out, making you lose your hair, get another job or something. It's like, so it was like an interesting dynamic I had in my mind while being there. So I asked you guys, is there anything, or do you feel there's anything that's like, maybe like, I need to improve on this, or if I take this out, this can put me here, or I'm working on this, and any thoughts on it?
So for me,
And maybe you could string that into like where you're trying to go, like, you know, in the near future.
Okay. So for me, right, ever since I heard Section 80 back in whenever that was, 2011, right? There's a track on, I can't remember the name right now, but Absol says on there, the only limitation you'll ever have are those that you place upon yourselves. Church, cathedral, all that shit, right? Boom. But that shit stuck with me because I'm like, yo, that's true. You know what I mean? Like, so for one, I think people's problems, like going on, like what you said, people's excuses was at the event and everything like that, is like, one, we're too dependent on people in general, right? Like, growing up, we learned somewhere along the way that selfish was a bad word.
Talk about it.
So we have to learn to take that time to ourselves and like really figure out what we need, because we're thinking about too many other people. You know what I mean? Like I can't blame. I'm 27. I can't blame my mom, or I can't blame my cousins or anybody like for thinking a certain way, because that's not what's up here for me. If I want to move and I say, yo, I want to go to LA, like right now, I tell myself, like, yo, I would love to live in LA or New York right now. You know what I mean? Like, to pursue film and stuff like that. But it's so expensive out there. So, you know, like even realizing myself that I have certain excuses as to why I didn't up and move. Like, that's some real shit. Like, nobody else is controlling that flight, especially now that I have a job and I can buy the ticket and just be out there if I wanted to. Like, nah, it's like, it's really real. I had to check myself for real. Like, and you know, I wouldn't put it on, I can't put it on anybody else, but I am still figuring it out. I put that on myself to figure out, like, yo, what's the next move for Dev? You know what I mean? I think that, like, as a whole, we as humans and people in general, just like, we give too many people, we give too many others pieces of ourselves, and they don't have nothing to do with that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess I mean, honestly, I really could say the same. That's funny. I could say the same thing. Like, I was always like stretching myself too thin. You feel me? Like, I want to help this person and help that person, and it's like I couldn't help it because I was just so creative. I got so many ideas. Yo, like, I'll wake up 5 in the morning, be listening to a record that my homie made. Yo, bro, let's go shoot a video for this, that, and the third. I'll do the same thing the next 3 days for 3 other people. You know what I'm saying? But that's just like the energy I be having. You know what I mean? But then I'll be like, oh, all right, well, this gotta happen first, or that gotta happen now. Stuff is messing up and getting backed up, and now other issues are starting to cause because of that. You know what I mean? So like, I'm trying to focus on just like, all right, Reg, get you right. You want to help this person and that person. Well, you don't have your foundation solid. You know what I mean? You want to do this, that, and the third, but you can't even do this for yourself first. You got to get this, that, and the third situated first. You feel me? You want to help them do that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, a lot of people were talking about that as well. Like, kind of like that, but basically it's time management.
Yeah.
And a lot of people saying, yeah, like, you know, like 7 days a week, I try to fit everything into just like Friday or just the weekend or something. Like, procrastination. Like, everybody, most people deal with that. Sure.
Yeah, like I said, like, it's definitely like a mental illness thing too, because it might be a day where I'm like, I might be down about something, or it's like writing music. Like, I can't just sit there and force myself to edit a video. Like, I could, you feel me? If I gotta get it done, cool, I'll do that. But it's like, I gotta be in the vibe. Like, I gotta, let me go walk around the block, let me roll up or something. Like, whatever the situation is, you feel me? Let me go kick it with the homies for a minute just to get a different energy. You feel me? Then come back to it. All right, now I'm feeling it. Let's
Energy
do it.
is real, man.
So
that's the one thing people don't understand.
People gotta get, like, I'm not at my computer 24/7 like some weirdo all day long just in the crib. Like, I got a life. You feel me? For real, man. People don't be getting it.
Facts.
People don't get it.
Yeah, and speaking of Absol, I thought Absol would have been bigger. I had a conversation the other day about people you thought was gonna blow, like be bigger
Show
than
me Quan was supposed to be bigger than Young Thug.
Facts. I'm not a big fan of either, but he was supposed to be. Like, you really want to talk about it. Thug's supposed to be bigger than what he is today. Of course, he popping, of course, but like, I look at it as like Thug technically was popping or out before Uzi. 21?
Yeah.
Was it before Migos? Was he popping before Versace?
Yeah, Thug was on like what, like 2009, 2010.
Migos
was on
running for a while.
2017.
No, I mean, of course, but was he?
In the industry.
Was Thug like was it Rich Homie Thug shit popping before Versace?
Nah, Versace was first.
Okay, cool. Okay, so not the Migos, but I just feel like a lot of these niggas are, you know, Yachty, all these niggas, like, you know, and Thug he hasn't had like that. I guess like that hit yet. That's what sealed it.
That like really ran. Like,
or I guess even like a body of work that kind of just like, cause you know I don't know.
I still think Barter 6 is dope, man.
Yo, like Thug. I hear niggas say like, you know, people like Jeffrey, but I don't know. It's to me, it's still something missing. Like, he should be bigger than what he is. And again, I'm not a fan of him, but like, he has. I know a lot of people that's fans of him. he has the controversial image of him. He's polarizing. And to me, he's still like at the ceiling for some reason, whatever. I don't know, but definitely Absol. And back in 2011, 2012, Control System, I'm like, that stick about to be out of here. It's gonna be him and Kendrick running shit.
Yeah.
Falls.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Like, I was just having a TDE conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I had made a comment and said that, like, yo, they're doing a pretty good job with like rolling out their artists. You know what I mean? Because like J Rock he did a good job of waiting his turn. You know what I mean? Like, he been signed for however long, he been running with them for however long, and then now all of a sudden, you know, when, and then when he dropped the album, which I didn't expect for people to really fuck with like that, like people was really like, yo, this John bust.
The consensus are definitely the top 5 of the year for sure.
Yeah, which is crazy. You know what I mean? So it's like one, and I don't know what it was with Absol that didn't catch. You know what I mean? Like, because it seemed like for a while I thought it was. I don't know what the fuck what he lost. I don't know. He might have went through something. You never know, man.
You got anybody you think he was gonna?
I mean, I wasn't really into Absol like that. Like, I fucked with him. I didn't think he was ass or anything, but I was more so into Kendrick and Schoolboy. You feel me?
Schoolboy, my man.
Yeah, but I definitely agree too. Like, as far as the rollout and everything, I was talking to my homie last night about that because we were saying how Kendrick and like different people like Kendrick and Tierra Whack, how they could do this crazy cadence with their flows and stuff like that.
Tierra Whack,
there's like so many different people that can't mimic that or redo that. You know what I mean? So like we was talking about that. So yeah, I definitely agree. I like what they got going on.
The other day, actually at the mental health forum, you know, I had a whole epiphany because they were playing the whole Tierra Whack video on there.
That video is so crazy.
Oh, word.
What?
I mean, y'all shooters. So
That shit's crazy. They're talking about John her mouth open, right? That John?
Yeah, the whole 15-minute thing.
That shit. Yeah. I didn't watch all 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's a whole. Me neither. That was the first time I seen it.
I didn't even.
Yeah, I seen the whole thing.
That was my first time at the thing. Right. But this is what happened, right? So I just seen a few clips of it. I think I listened to like the first few minutes of it, and I was like, you know what? This is not for me. She's clearly talented. She's creative. She can rap. I been knew she could rap. Yeah. But I was like, this is not for me. But finally had a chance at the mental health thing. They was playing on a projector screen, and everybody was just like, oh my god, he's amazing. Oh my god. I'm just sitting there like, I thought I was in the fucking Twilight Zone, because to me that shit was not hitting me. And I'm like, I felt like a hater. I was like, yo, this shit is ass to me, and I'm gonna say it. I don't care. You know, shout out, she from Philly, and I actually fuck with her story, her grind, and all that. You know, but yeah, it don't hit me. But you know, to me, I've said it from the jump. She's like a female Tyler, and I don't get Tyler either though. Like Tyler's definitely talented for sure though.
Yeah.
Like, but he don't hit for me either.
Yo, that video for me, like, as a film director and everything like that, like, that was actually one of the few videos that I've seen. From
you're talking about that first one, the Mumbo Jumbo.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Gotcha. Yeah, she released a whole like 15-minute album recently with a short film.
Like a minute.
Yeah, see, I didn't see that.
Gotcha,
right,
gotcha,
so I'm like,
gotcha.
I will admit, like, I've seen clips of Tierra Whack. I'm not like a Tierra Whack fan where I'm like I follow her yet, but I know that when I saw that Mumbo Jumbo joint, that shit got me hyped because it was like a local artist, like, who really, like, I could tell she put money.
Great quality.
And she put, like, you know what I mean, like, she put everything into that video, and then literally, like, that was something that, I mean, I could be wrong, but I think it caught like a lot of attention, like, outside of even Philadelphia, you know what I mean? So it's like,
she out here.
Yeah, and like that, I'm like, yo, that's how the fuck you come. Like, that shit was dope. I had no idea who she was until randomly I saw that video one day, and then now I see her like, not everywhere, but I keep seeing her around. I see fucking retweets, videos of her rapping and freestyling, like you said, that cadence that she does is fucking like, she can really spit like on some shit. So I guess I am a fan for real. And I guess I gotta watch what y'all talking about too, cause you making it seem like it's
bro, shit dope, bro.
Alright,
bro, you gonna appreciate it. It's like, damn, every single video got its own separate vibe. Like, it's crazy. So
super side note, I don't know why this thought hit me the other day, but I was just thinking, like, to me it literally makes no sense why niggas that trap have life. Cause I was like, there's people who do wild shit, like, you know, from rape to murder, it's all type of shit, deranged shit, whatever, and they don't get life. And I'm like, so you tell, and you know, drugs is drugs, But there's many things we do to kill ourselves.
Yeah.
And no one's making you take drugs.
Right.
No one's making you eat that cheeseburger. No one's making you drink those 10 shots. No one's making you smoke the cigarettes. No one's making you eat chips, whatever.
Yeah.
But here we are with drugs, whether it is. Some niggas got life for weed. They had a bunch of weed and they got life or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, how the fuck are we still in 2018 and niggas are still getting life sentences for drugs? And it'd be different. You do the crime, do the time. So if you catch me for a body or something, or you got me orchestrating certain shit, it is what it is, whatever. But if it's really just a drug charge, I'm like, how the fuck does that make sense to anybody? And some people believe that way, like, yo, you destroyed the community, you should get it. So what you got to think about that?
It depends on, one, I would say it depends on what you're selling, and it depends on at the level that you sell it if you deserve life. Because, they hit you with the RICO, then you got to take bodies off, overdoses, all type of, so you do have to hold some type of responsibility at that, right? Because it's like, the crazy thing is, with that shit, is that putting a fiend, quote unquote, down by like killing them, or them ODing, only takes your bread up. So your block go up, but you killing people. So at that point, I would say, there are some times when people can get life. If you are in jail for weed, I think you shouldn't get no more than fucking five years or some shit. Like, it's weed. Like, the country about to legalize it, and with understanding what they fucking did in the 80s and all that type of shit like that.
Talk about
drugs and shit like that. Like, I did some research literally today about that. Like, of talking about how in the 70s, up until the 70s, after they killed, right after they killed Martin Luther King, that was the only like, you could graduate from high school with a trade, essentially, like working with your hands, because that was around the time where they forced people to go to college. So at that point, like, it split up black families, because now we no longer know how to work with our hands, but we're going to school and getting this piece of paper that could or could not get us a job. And then 10 years later, you introduce crack, and now you have a choice to say, I can either go to school to try to get this paper to get a job that I may or may not get, or I can hustle this rock real quick and make some bread to feed my family that I haven't been able to feed for the past 10 years. So that shit put it into, like, a crazy perspective to me, as far as, like, damn, like, they set us up. Like, they,
and heroin was real big in the 70s as well. So,
oh, dude, sure. I come from a, not in a boastful way, I come from, like, a heroin addicted family. So, like, that shit is crazy. And that's why I feel some of my ways about it, too. I'm like, dude, like, I see what it does to people. I know what it does, So I can't say, like, when you just say drugs, because it's certain shit, like if you look at meth, like, I guess it depends on what kind of drugs, because certain shit is niggas literally in labs concocting some shit up. Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, weed, bro, that's regular shit. Like, all that extra shit get tricky, but I don't think nobody should get life, ultimately.
Okay,
yeah, I mean, I agree to an extent. Like, I think, like, if it's weed or whatever, then you probably should get like 2 years, a year, if that, you know what I mean? But, like, if it's a different drug, niggas making fake shit, like, niggas in their crib, fuck a lab, like, niggas is in the room,
right?
You feel me? Making some bullshit and niggas is taking it. But, like, also, I get it from their perspective. All right, cool, you gotta grind for your kids or your family or whatever situation may be. It is what it is. Like, you feel me? I've been in situations where it's like, damn, I don't got no choice but to do this or do that and third. Fuck it. I mean, it is what it is at this point. I gotta get past, you feel me? So it is what it be. But also, like, I got family members too, like, that been on different drugs and stuff like that, and I see how I did them, and I'm like, damn, I don't want to be walking around and maybe, like, people know who I am and they see, like, yo, bro, I know your folks from such and such. It's like, damn, that's embarrassing. You know what I mean? So, like, I get it. So, like, I don't think for real. So I don't think a nigga should get life. For real, but it depends on like what the drug is or what the situation goes. You feel me?
Yeah. So we speak on family ties. Like, my uncle, he's doing life, and it was for crack shit. But it's not even because of him, like I said, because I was younger when he went to jail. It's really, I just think, because, well, it's kind of is stemmed back to him, because I look at he been in jail for almost 20 years, man. I was thinking, like, yo, almost 20 years, and he's never gonna get out.
Never.
And it's like, he's like and like, again, first of all, the whole judicial system is based on what you can prove. So just because you saying, a lot of niggas who trap, they get into other shit, whatever, that's deeper than just selling the actual product, whatever.
Yeah.
So, but prove it, nigga. If you just locking me up for something that ultimately is a choice, are we gonna lock up cigarette distributors or McDonald's or whatever. Like everything is killing everybody to an excess level, whatever. And I feel it's your choice in most cases. So I just can't see how people really like people. And I don't see how just because I sold some drugs, I can never have a second chance. Like ever. Like it's like how is that a just thing? Like not 5, not 10, not 15, not 20, not 40 years. Like, I could have went to jail when I was 20.
Get out here.
60, it's like, nah, nigga, you ain't paid enough. It's like, just, to me, that the logic just don't connect with me or whatever. But again, if there's other shit involved, you know, murders on bodies, it is what it is. Like, I'm definitely with the whole, you kill someone, you got, like, cool, you gotta die, you gotta do life. It is what it is, whatever.
Yeah. It's a lot of factors, man, because, like, you figure now it's, like, opioid addiction and, like, pills. Like, yeah, like, dude, like...
We locking up right here.
You know what I mean? So it's like, when you look at it like that, like, people always look at the addict, like once you're full blown addict, you know, like they're like, oh, you had to, you know, you made this decision to and there was a part of me that was like, oh, give them a break. They didn't always want to be this way. And then, you know, I graduated high school and people from my high school started ODing, and you learn that, like, you know, niggas is popping perks, which is heroin. They don't realize, you know what I'm saying? Like, it make you feel the exact same way, like a fucking zombie. Niggas do that willingly. Like, yo, I'm about to pop a perk. I can't feel bad.
I remember when I started.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't feel bad if and it's, I really don't even know. Because when it comes to, I say my personal experiences, my family, they're old. Like, my uncle, he still uses, he's 52, something like that. He started it in the 90s, but when they were doing it, it was more so like a party thing. The same way niggas is doing the perks and shit now. You feel me? So it's a weird situation that, for me to even speak on, because I kind of feel bad about saying certain things, because you know what I mean. But shit, I didn't even realize it was that deep. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't doing it. My homies, none of that. They ain't doing that shit around me, bro. Like, I'm cool. You ain't doing that shit. Like, one of my homies, he rap or whatever. And he was on them, like, when I first met him, he was on them joints crazy. Like, he wasn't dipping or nothing, but he was like, bro, he was telling me, like, bro, I gotta get off these joints, dog. These joints fucking me up. So, like, I seen he started getting it together. He was chalking them joints. He's like, yo, I'm about to get this half for 30, or I'm like, bro, don't do that shit, bro. Like, leave that shit alone. You feel me? I was helping my homie shoot a video probably like 2 weeks ago. And we was in, like, one of the like storage properties where, like, all the storage containers at and stuff like that. One of they, bro, no bullshit, one of their homies was sitting on the ground, boy, was like this. Rock, bro, off the perks, bro. They honking the horn. We got all the cars lined up. They honking the horns. He not waking up. Somebody go next to him. He screams. I'm like, bro. I'm like, yo, this is
about that
it's like
shit.
that. I'm like,
Like,
bro,
how did this shit
bad,
become cool?
I'm like, cuz over there tripping. Y'all betting on him and all that. That's y'all man. Like, y'all tripping.
Yeah,
You over there dipping, bro. You about to die.
I took a perk one time in my life. I had a toothache, and I took maybe a perk 10, and I'm a little nigga, and I was high, like I was like, we had smoke, so I'm like high off weed, and I popped the perk, and for 30 minutes, right, that pain went away. Pain went away for the night, but for 30 minutes, I was sitting there and I was like this. I wasn't asleep. I felt so, and I felt so fucking good. I knew what was going on around me, but I felt so good. And after that shit, like after that day, I was like, yo, I'm not taking no more perks, because I felt too good in that moment.
You
Like,
saw it.
I literally was there.
Yeah, I see how this shit get deep.
Yeah, bro, because I'm like, I'm not even asleep. I'm just like,
That's what I'm saying. All I need to do is see that shit for me to be like, I'm cool. Like, even in high school, a lot of different homies was like, I was always just like messing with weed. Like, I wouldn't want to do no perks, no pills, nothing crazy. You feel me? But a lot of our homies was messing with, like, in school. They wasn't like homies, but like classmates. Like, everybody just meeting, so we just vibing after school. So like after school, we go downtown, whatever, we smoke, but they doing acid and all this crazy shit. Shorty on the grass on some, oh, this feel like water. I'm like, oh, I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm cool. Like, you sound so wild. Like, what you mean? Like,
I've always been the same. Like, you know, like, it took me years, like, later in life to even try weed, because not even on some, I'm scared. I really just had no interest in it. And then when I tried it, I was like, you know, I actually do like this feeling, but just me, I didn't like the sensation of smoking. I don't like, you know, even the smell, it just didn't really do it for me. Probably maybe.
I should get on my nerves sometimes.
I'm not really into it. But, but the pill shit, I'm like, I don't want nothing really, because even with the high shit, I'm like, yo, I just felt clear-headed. It was the first time I had, like, no thoughts. I'm like, that was a cool feeling. But pill shit, pill, acid, like, mushrooms. I don't need nothing ultra in my brain. Like that's like a low key fear of mine. So it's like I don't really need.
I think it's because like I guess you could say I was like. For me, it's fear in a way, but not because like I'm going off of so many different people's experiences, what they told me. So like everybody mind different. Everybody telling me like, all right, bro, if you gonna do it, you gotta be in a room and make sure you with somebody that you trust. I'm like, bro, you saying all this, you making this shit real serious, bro. You scaring me, dog. I don't want to do it. So like people say if you feel like you shouldn't, if you feel like that about psychedelics, don't even do that shit.
Yeah, I haven't tried that
like,
yet.
I'm cool.
I'm not against psychedelics.
Yeah, like,
but I haven't tried.
Do your thing. You feel me? I might one of these days. I don't know, but you know, I'm cool.
And everybody say the same thing. All the reviews I get is the same thing. Yo, make sure you're around people you trust. You go chill. You know what I mean? Like it's a ride. Like you know what I mean? But a lot of people tell me like as a creative, it's something that I should try at least once. You know.
People say that.
You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, I just gotta make sure I'm like chilling when I do that shit.
Gotcha. But did you guys enjoy yourself?
Definitely.
I did, man.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Like. I go into every episode thinking it's gonna be good, of course. So, like I said, if I said maybe 5 were like on time, I would say I still stand by my word. If it's 130 episodes, I think only 5 episodes came out bad. Whereas like it wasn't a good mix, or whatever. But this exceeded my expectations. I really fuck with you. I really liked how we had a very balanced conversation. And y'all both are definitely professionals. Like some of my friends, they're like, yo, you have people in there that swear they doing shit, but they not really doing shit. They just want to sound like they're doing shit. So I'm glad. But it's always a tricky thing. You can have people in there who talk a good game and have a good conversation, but they're not really doing shit, they say. Yeah. Some people can really be professionals and really moving and shaking, but they don't have good personalities. So I appreciate you guys having a good mixture of both. And I think we're a good episode.
Sure, definitely. Man.
Yeah, so drop your socials so you know where to find you at. Maybe get some work and get y'all some low ass budgets. Like,
yeah, you know,
some low ass quotes.
Keep the $100 videos, $150 videos, whatever. But nah, my name on Instagram and Twitter is just Dev Dooley, DEVDOOLEY, and my website is devondooley.com, DEVONDOOLEY.com. Hit me up.
You can follow me everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube at ReggB Visuals, ReggB Visuals, 2 G's. Everybody always put 1 G. You feel me? Budget starting at $30,000. Hit me up.
Talk heavy, talk about it. But shout out to y'all. RightonQuelive, talk about it. We out.